a conversation with Mark Zuckerberg. The future of advertising on Meta, he sees, and by the sounds of it, is going to implement. Small business can go onto Meta platform. They can go, I don't have any creative, I don't have any copy, I don't know anything. This is my business. I'm willing to give you $100 a day. Get me results.
Is it going to get to the point where all the images and all the copy are going to all kind of look similar?
If you had your own small business, would you feel like you're losing control?
Like, it's not going to completely do away with agencies.
No. From when you see the AI that's in Meta, we're so far away. They suck. I don't think I've ever been anywhere near this. It's completely and utterly inaccurate.
I suppose only time will tell, really, won't it? Welcome back to the Fake Marketer, everybody. James again is not here.
James,
I think I need to change like the intro now because it's always got you and James sitting there. I feel like I'm here more than James is now.
Maybe he's just done with it, isn't it?
He always finds some excuse to not be.
I wasn't around for a while now. He's not been around for the last 2 weeks.
I know. I'm holding down the.
He's
floor.
obviously very confident that we'll have this.
He doesn't even ask anymore.
I think our content's awesome.
It's better, I think, than with James.
How are you anyway? Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
Well, today's going to be an interesting one, isn't it? Off last week.
Nick has come armed with the topic.
Yeah, going off last week, actually, we were talking about computer game ads. I have every single day when I go into Instagram, like we all do every single day, I have seen an ad, and it's in my stories, and it's in.
They've got you everywhere.
And I recorded it because I knew that I would not be able to get it, and it's for this one.
We should be able to finish off all these guys even faster.
Yeah, there's always a guy talking.
Yeah. From side to side, all the time, and then this other one here.
They're all different games, but they're all like the exact same thing.
Yeah, going through, shooting that, and then there we go. Look.
Yeah, it's on you.
That's when I closed the story down and went into my actual feed. And
Can't escape them.
Oh,
and
gosh.
that's not even the whole. That's not even most of the game either. It's bad.
So yeah, I'm getting loads of it, and
you're not tempted, no.
Still haven't seen. Oh no, I have seen the Kingdom one. I've seen the talk show host.
Jimmy Fallon.
There's
a second LeBron James ad now as well. And I didn't realise that was like a partnership ad because LeBron posted that on his own Instagram and tagged it as long. I thought they would just post it, but the fact he posted it as well is a bit mad.
Yeah. So this podcast then is I've got my background in Facebook, as you all know. I'm the ads doctor, though I'm not wearing my coat today. Wearing the coat less and less actually, because I'm not sure.
The doctor in spirit, but not.
Yeah, I'm not sure the socials are liking it, so I'm trying things around. It's all about testing things out, trial and error, and I'm thinking maybe people don't want to see me as a doctor, and maybe my views will be more if I look more professional, even though doctor's professional, but not a fake.
Could be like a cowboy. You could change
exactly. So
change the profession.
Staying on the Facebook Meta advertising front, because that's the bit I know about. Did you see a conversation with Mark Zuckerberg, which was actually properly done, 45-minute, properly done by Stripe, the payment system? He was on stage with them being interviewed, and you may have seen it all over TikTok, even.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it until you mentioned it, and then I had a look into it, and yeah, there's a lot of interesting, relevant things.
So what's he talking about? He's basically saying, and it's interesting because a few people have contacted me and said, on WhatsApp or whatever, and gone, "Oh, have you seen that? What's going to happen? Do you think we should start trialing that for ads for the clients and things like this?" I'm like, it's not actually done. It's
not
yet.
Ready.
This is but it takes us from Advantage Plus. So if anyone who's listening. What he's basically, I was going to start a different way then, we're going to go. He's basically saying how the future of advertising on Meta, he sees once, and by the sounds of it, is going to implement the fact that a small business can go onto Meta platform, and rather than having to go, I'm lost, I haven't got a blinking clue what I'm doing, I need an ads doctor, they can go, oh, Meta will do the whole thing for me. So they can essentially. And I don't think this is, by the sounds of it, it's not going to be how the whole platform will change as an advertising platform. But a small business could go on and go, I don't have any creative, I don't have any copy, I don't know anything. This is my business. I'm willing to give you $100 a day. Get me results. And it will do the rest of it. Now, you're obviously going to have to put in your pixel. You're going to have to put in your website. Will you have to upload images of yourself? I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of vague at the moment.
He's talking about, very vaguely, and about the fact that they won't have to do anything. and he's not talking about disrupting the whole sector, that there's not going to be ad agencies anymore or creative companies at all. He's like, no, that's like, I think he says it's 1% of global GDP is advertising. He wants it then to get bigger, to be like, so he was also, I mean, yeah, so at the moment someone can go into Facebook Ads Manager, and they used to go, because I still have it now, I want to get to these interests, and I'm like, okay, those interests are still there, but they're kind of diminishing. And now you have Advantage Plus, and Advantage Plus means that it's Meta takes complete control over your audience, etc. And in a way, some of your ad copy and things like that. It's just, I think it's just going to be an even more advanced way of doing things. But I've only just started using Advantage Plus. It's been around for 2 years, because I haven't seen great results from it. And I think this will probably go the same way.
Yeah, a bit like Advantage Plus Plus.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on? So from you don't sit in ads manager like I do, but if you had your own small business, do you think this would be something, or would you feel like you're losing control, or would you want more control?
I suppose you'd want to test it and kind of know how good it's going to be or how effective it's going to be, because it might be like the early stages of things like ChatGPT or image generation, where it'll start off quite basic and then it'll get more and more advanced. But Facebook already does a lot of that stuff with like audiences and all that kind of stuff already, so it's more just sort of like a kind of continuation of that. But yeah, it is interesting. I wrote down some things I thought about it, because it's obviously we don't know at this point, it's more speculative, but it's interesting to sort of imagine how it's going to work like practically, because they're saying like, obviously, will you give us like probably like an image of your product, and we'll kind of like make it into a better product, I imagine.
Possibly, but
because they can't fully generate an image of your product.
They suck.
Yeah,
they really suck at the moment.
So it's going to be.
I've tried it, because when you're building an ad, it now opens a pop up. So when you go to add your image in, the first that you have it says creative add image or video, and then you have the bits to do your text, your enhancements, and there is another on some ad accounts I use. It'll have AI enhancements, and it did it for me this morning. So I was just doing that. I was doing that test for my podcast for the hooks. I just had my image, which is my podcast cover, put it in there, and then the AI tried to do stuff to it, and it changed the background. One of them had like flowers and a stream in the background. I'm like, what's that got to do with the Facebook? It says on there, Facebook adds the podcast, and you've given me a stream and flowers in the background instead of a blue background that I already have.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got a long way to go. The way he's talking about it sounds like he's talking about like, over years to come, it's going to be like, it's not going to happen like next week type thing.
Yeah.
But I wondered if the Meta AI is sort of saying like, we think this sort of image is going to work the best, this sort of copy is going to work the best. Is it going to get to the point where like all the images and all the copy, if everyone's using it, are going to all kind of look similar? You know how like when someone copy and paste something out of ChatGPT, and you can sort of be like, oh, that was Chat.
Well, you mean the word enhance and engage?
Game changing
game changes, that's all they use.
Yeah, like I wonder if everyone starts using it, is it going to be where all the images look the same, all the copy looks the same, and then in a way it's less effective then, because every ad's going to look the same.
I'd like to think that, being one of the biggest and most powerful companies in the world, it's probably got that down. But from what I'm seeing, and it's not a slag off at all, because I think these sort of things are great. But so far as AI is whack. I mean, you've seen all these baby AIs going around where they take all these the podcasters like Theo Von and all that. They're now doing their podcast. Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah, I have seen it.
I don't know where they're going to get. I haven't paid enough attention to know where they're getting it. But Jeremy Clarkson one did the other day where, you got Jeremy Clarkson, the guy who can't really speak from the farm, the other one. And then you got Caleb. They're all in babies talking about loving beer, but the moustaches and everything. It's amazing how they've... and you've got these cats in the kitchen. There's a McDonald's one going around. Where McDonald's have got using kittens and cats to make the burgers. It's amazing. Like, it really is good. From when you see the AI that's in Meta, we're so far away. Like, it's so
unless
away.
They're working on stuff in the background that we don't know about.
Or just buy an AI company. Or they've got their own... They've got the money.
Yeah.
Apparently he's putting like 10 billion a year into AI.
So it could just all of a sudden come out and just be like, oh, it's like those ChatGPT images we saw, where it's like,
maybe
so all of a sudden now it looks perfect.
And I think about my own job and go, well, does that mean less people are going to know? And it's like, no, they'll still go into Ads Manager and have to press things that they don't understand.
Yeah.
It might not get the results they want. Then we have to look at and you just, but it's all evolving, which is really.
I was gonna ask from a like, you sort of said that you don't think it's going to like make agencies like redundant as much, really. Like, it's not going to completely do away with agencies.
No, but our agency hasn't made us redundant. But I would say that I probably save two days a week by having AI help me do my job, which is amazing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and it will probably be more like you just understand. It will just become a part, and not everyone will use it, I suppose, as well. If he was saying like, there'll still be people who want to come to a real person and sort of sit down and probably talk about how they want to do it. I was going to wonder how it's going to work if it starts doing like, if the results aren't kind of what you want them to be. I wonder who you're going to be able to like reach out to, because we know where we spoke about Facebook in the past, like their support's not great. No, so it's like, if you've suddenly got your ads spending loads of money and I'm going, I'm not getting any leads here, like, are you going to have to ring someone up? Or
so this is the thing. So like in Ads Manager at the moment, if you say I've got £50 a day, it will say you should get, I don't know, let's say a conversion. Let's say it says you should get 20 conversions, right? I don't think I've ever been anywhere near this. It's completely and utterly inaccurate. So with that being said, and you say, here's $50 a day, sort it out for me and do everything. Christ, I would love it to work. Because even for our own stuff, and I said, right, I want leads coming into our business, which we try and get. And at the moment, we've got some problems going on it, and my landing page is not working the way it should. I'm spending hours trying to fix it and make it better. But I would love to be able to go, okay, yeah, man, so I want, this is what I want. I want people who are happy to give me £2,000 a month to run their ad accounts and their creative strategy, and I want 5 a day. Okay, yes, that's going to cost you 150. There you go. And if that works, fantastic. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
it sounds too good to be true.
It would change the game for everyone, because it would be like, you can already set up an e-commerce site. You can already buy the products. You can do so much so quickly, can't you? And that would just be a game changer, and it'd be really good for business people. I'm thinking my son who wants to start his own business at some point, it'd be a help. It just helps so many people.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be worried about my role could just turn into something else. You know, so yeah,
it'd be interesting to like know how much it's going to tell you about what it's doing. Like, because obviously at the moment you're kind of deciding, like, do you want it to be this sort of campaign? Do you want it to be this sort of, like, is it just going to be you put the money in and then it's going to just sort of magically in the background figure its own thing out? Or are you going to be able to see like, oh, this is what it's doing, and then maybe you can optimize that or something?
Yeah, possibly, because I think AI is amazing. I think the AI I see in Meta, apart of the audience stuff that's going on in the background, like for a bunch of plus, obviously I can't see that, like you just said. But have you used ChatGPT's new voice? I'll show you later.
Where you talk to it.
I've been using it.
Yeah, I've seen
daily.
Sort of things.
It's amazing. I was making pizza the other night. I needed to know something. My neighbour last night came round and said, I'm trying to minimise the size of I'm trying to upload a picture to some website, and it won't go up. It's 1.7, and I need it to be 1, something like that. And I was like, I don't know. I usually send this to Michael. So anyway, I got in front of his laptop, and I was like, well, we're going to need to. So I literally went onto chat voice, and I was like, chat, I've got an HEIC
they're
file.
like the iPhone images.
It's this size, and I need this to be compressed down to a 1. How do I do this? Oh yeah, no problem at all. All you need to do is go to this website, which is one of them, it's completely free, drag and drop, throw it onto the thing, do it, compressed it, and load it. And I did it while I was with him, and he was like, your phone has just, he said your phone has just told you how to do that. And I was like, oh yeah, it also told me how to make a particular pizza dough last night. He's like, what the hell? I was like, welcome to AI.
It's like future tech.
Welcome to AI. And most people don't know about this. They're like, how the hell is your phone doing it? Was that Google? I'm like, no, that's AI. It now tells me everything. It booked a hotel for us the other day. It said, we're going to somewhere. What hotel do we need? This how much we got to spend? Blah, blah, blah. Gave it, just talked to it. And it came back saying, hey, here's some great choices. And we booked one.
It's mad, isn't it?
I love it. I love it.
So it'll be interesting to see if it's going to be that good, or whether it's, I suppose only time will tell, really, won't it?
Absolutely. So let's see. But I've got to now get on a call. So we're going to have to end this podcast now. But
another person in need of the doctor's help.
Exactly, Michael. The doctor is in need. The doctor is going on call. I am actually going on call as the ads doctor for an ads clinic client. If anyone who's listening, you want help to your Facebook ads, little pitch here, jump onto theadsclinic.com and come onto a 30-minute call. James will be listening to this going.
Will James be back next week? You'll have to tune in and find out.
Tune in and find out, yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.